Here we go. What's going on, everybody? How we doing? I'm gonna give it a few minutes, let some people come on in.
Live streaming, baby.
Live streaming, got your starter sit Q&A. Whatever you guys got, you just fire at us today. Just getting started, so we're gonna give everybody some time to get in here. We didn't give everybody too much notice, just a little bit of notice.
People probably getting their coffee, some of that good stuff.
Yeah, you know.
No.
Get it out there on Twitter. Make sure everybody knows about it. What's up, Derek? How we doing, buddy? Derek was asking earlier this morning if we were going to be up on here.
Yeah, man.
Derek, one of them faithful followers. We appreciate it.
Indeed, indeed. All right, David Harris, what's good?
Yeah, Joe Mixon. Looking like Joe Mixon's going to play, and if he does, he's got a good matchup against Detroit.
Yeah.
Only thing you got to worry about in that matchup for me is if Cincinnati can't stay in the game, right, and Detroit gets a lead, they're kind of going to go away from Mixon.
Yeah. But yeah, he's definitely going to get the early touches, and Gio's still going to be kind of mixed in, I think, but yeah, Mixon's going to be the guy.
Yep.
Alex, what's up?
Hey, Rock, appreciate it. Hey, going to the ship, thanks to us. Hey, it's your decisions. We're just giving you the information.
That's it, baby.
You made it there yourself. We may have just slightly helped, slightly influenced.
We're here for you, baby.
That's right. Doesn't stop with football either. Like I said in some of our other shows, we've been posting. Fantasy football season's almost over, but we ain't going nowhere.
No.
We're just going right into the next stuff. All right, Alex, you want to know about Matt Stafford or Big Ben, Funchess or AJ Green?
Okay.
You want to start off with the first one?
Yeah. For me, again, it's going to be Big Ben. Like I said, not being biased at all. I think the biggest thing is, Ben and his weapons. Antonio Brown, of course, hurts in a lot of people's minds, but for me, it's just going to be more spread offense. Eli Rogers is going to be mixed in. Bell is going to be used quite a bit.
He may not be able to leave the field.
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to run him till his legs fall off. And
yes.
Going up against Houston, I mean, I gave Ben some shade in the last live show, but
right.
Let me preface that by saying that I had just returned from Phoenix.
Yeah.
In the land of the area where the Steelers stole the Super Bowl from us, so I was a little biased.
Yeah.
But to be realistic, though, Ben going against Houston is great. I don't care who his wide receivers are. As far as Funchess or AJ Green go, I'm worried about AJ Green. He's going up against the league leader interceptions with Darius Slay. Now, since he's going to have to throw the ball, though, that's one good thing. They're going to have to throw it. So if you want to go out there and hope that he gets some garbage numbers, to me, that's just as much of a risk as Funchess. Funchess is dealing with a shoulder injury, so he hasn't practiced a lot this week. Being out here in Carolina, we hear some of it too. So to me, they're both risky. If I had to choose one at this point, since they're both a risk, I'm just going with the stud. I'm sticking with AJ Green.
Yeah.
And hoping for the best.
Yeah. I see Rock says he's got a tough decision this week, Russ or Brady. For me, Brady, I'm not typically too high on, but in this situation, I'd much rather have him, me personally, than Russ. Reason being, I think they may get up pretty early, and then they'll probably rest Brady, so to speak. Not saying that they would take him off the field, but it'll be more of a conserved offense. So I think you can get enough points first half, to be honest. I think he's going to swing it a little bit. Russ, I think, is going to struggle for me personally. I'm not too high on Russell this week.
If it's up to me, I'm going Russell, and we'll disagree a little bit here. Only reason I'm saying that is because Dallas is going to have their full offensive weapons back. Don't know yet for sure about if Tyron Smith is going to play or not, their left tackle. If he doesn't, that obviously hurts. But if he does, I mean, the Dallas Cowboys offense earlier in the year with all their weapons was great. And if they're scoring points against a beat-up Seattle defense, Russ is going to have to take it upon himself to do something with it. Brady, I don't know if he's 100% healthy, and I have a feeling that Buffalo is going to look for a little bit of retribution from the whole Gronk hit. So if it's me, I'm going Russ. Mac, we're going Brady. Jack, how long are we going to be streaming? As long as we keep getting questions, Jack.
Yeah.
I mean, games start here in a little bit, so I mean, we got to watch some football like everybody else, but we'll be here for a little bit. Go get your friends. Go tell everybody. Go run down the street, knock on the doors. Let's see. David Harris, Robbie Anderson, D.D. Westbrook, Sterling Shepard, or Keenan Cole. Standard league, you can start 2 of them. This is a tough one because all of these guys are kind of boom or bust.
Yeah.
I'll pick one. You can pick the other one.
All right, I'm with it.
I don't know which one you want, but I'm gonna go with Sterling Shepard.
Okay, well you got mine, but hey, my second choice. Oh, go ahead.
The only reason I'm going Sterling, he's going to line up in the slot the majority of the time against Arizona. He's going to avoid Patrick Peterson as much as possible. And other than Evan Ingram, they don't have anybody else. So for me, Sterling Shepard, volume-wise, he's a surefire for me.
For me, listen, I'm gonna go D.D. Reason being, I think Blake's gonna have Borders is gonna have a pretty decent game. I think they're gonna try to get the running game going in order to kind of open up those passing lanes. And I think Westbrook is starting to come on, as that young talent that he self-proclaimed himself to be. Not necessarily that 200-yard game guy as of yet, but he's a prolific talent, and I think he's going to get some targets this week. So I like D.D.
All right, D.D. So we're going D.D. and Sterling.
D.D. and Sterling, baby.
Let's see here. LS1 Shane, I lost but started the season 1-6, and after watching you guys in at 7-7, pre-playoffs, so not so bad. Had David Johnson and Dalvin Cook not gone out, that's for sure.
Yes.
And then talk to this one over here about the David Johnson injury.
Exactly.
You probably would be in, but hey, glad we could help you out there, Shane.
Yes, indeed.
Eric, we got A.J. Green or Josh Gordon. I can already tell you who Mac is going to pick.
Yeah.
And if you've watched any of Mac's videos, you already know who Mac is going to pick. But if you want to go ahead and say his name just to say it out loud.
Flash Gordon, baby.
We knew it was coming. He's going Josh Gordon all day long. And here's the deal is, to me, Gordon is somewhat of a risk just like A.J. We talked about A.J. and Darius Slay. Tough matchup there. Gordon's going to get peppered with targets, though, because there's no one else to throw it to. I mean, Corey Coleman is there, but he's a hit and miss. David Njoku is hit and miss. It's just, it is what it is. There's not a whole lot of weapons in Cleveland. I honestly kind of have them right next to each other in rankings. It's kind of a pick 'em to me. Josh Gordon may have a little bit higher upside today because his matchup is a little bit better.
Yeah, and it's going to be a little, wintry weather from what they're saying up in the Chi. So, but again, it doesn't deter Josh. I mean, if you can look back at some of his tape and film, I mean, he plays in Cleveland #1, and typically he's the type of wide receiver, he can take a 5-yard slant and take it to the house. He's just so big and physical, man. I'm a seasoned guy. I'm not saying an old dude, but I'm a seasoned dude, man. And I've seen a lot of NFL receivers, and to me, this guy is something special. Never seen one quite that has his talent, his size, speed, and agility, man. It's just crazy. So, yeah, Flash for me, baby.
Man crush. Anyway, going on to Rick. Rick from the check down here. What's going on here in the Big Money League DFS tournament? I'll send you our Venmo information here if it works out.
All right.
What do we think of Bibbs and Penny this week? Bibbs kind of worries me. I mean, he was just coming off the practice squad, going up against a tough defense. I'm not super high on him. Now, Penny, on the other hand, Elijah Penny in Arizona, to me, if you had to pick between one of those two, it'd be him. I mean, he's a big, strong, powerful, quick back. Only issue with him is he plays on an Arizona offense that isn't in scoring territory very often. But if I had to pick one, I'm going Penny. Let's see, Bortles or Goff? Not golf, Goff. That's a tough one for me, too. It's kind of a toss-up. I like Bortles a lot. He was one of my starts of the week.
Yeah.
I'll either or. I mean, they're both going to have a decent game, probably similar to each other.
Yeah. I don't see a lot of leeway or anybody that's really taking a lead in that particular matchup. So you can go either way. If it was me personally, like I said, I've told a lot of people Bortles, a few Goff, but yeah, I'd probably lean just a little bit more Bortles, just offensive overall. I think Goff and the rest of these guys, they have a chance to potentially get up, fairly well. And then you got Gurley, man. Gurley can run pretty much over anybody now. I mean, dude's beasting.
Anybody. So yeah, we're going Bortles, but it's close.
Indeed.
My lineup: Big Ben, Keenan Allen, AJ Green, Kamara, Bell, Gano, and the Chargers D. Alex, I think you're good. You got a little bit of risk there with AJ, but overall, you should have a great shot. Ty, more from the 206. If I remember right, that's Seattle.
What's good?
What's
Ty?
going on, Ty? If I'm right, you're right. I remember. If I'm wrong, forgive me.
Yeah.
Bears defense or Panthers defense?
Mm.
I kind of like the Bears defense a little bit this week. Is there a reason why other than they're playing Cleveland? Not a whole lot. I mean, they're at home. They play better at home.
Yeah.
The Panthers going up against Tampa Bay. I mean, Jameis Winston, Mike Evans, Deshaun Jackson, they're all capable of a big play, which could hurt. I think those big plays are more few and far between for Cleveland, so I'm going with Chicago Bears.
Yeah. I can kind of ping on that same idea, and especially like I said, they're also saying that we don't know what the weather is going to be per se. It could be
Per se, he said that.
Like that, and hey, this is early for me. You know what I mean? So every now and again I break out a couple, but again, if it's a really really bad wintry situation, anything can happen, and so you typically want to go with the team, especially at home. The home crowd, and they play in the snow. So a fumble here, whatever, they can take it back to the house. So yeah, Chicago is probably a good look. Probably a good look.
That's right. All right, Pinhead Larry, yo, what's going on, buddy? How we doing?
What's up, Pinhead?
Appreciate your comments all year long.
Yes, indeed. Got a dilly down there.
Oh, dilly.
Yeah.
Let's see. If I mispronounce any of these names, listen, like I've said in prior videos, we're football sports people.
Yep.
We ain't English majors. So we apologize ahead of time. I'm going to go with Lucas Polish.
Okay, I'm with it.
Does that sound good?
I like that.
All right, in the championship, Golden Tate or Martavis Bryant? I'll let you take this one.
Okay, for me, I think it's going to be Tate, because here's the thing. Martavis.
I'm a little shocked.
Well, exactly. But
Steeler bias did not come out on this one.
It didn't. Well, the reason being is because I think Juju actually is going to be
on that beat.
He's going to be on the beat,
that's right,
no doubt. And I think he's going to be the recipient of the majority of the targets. Everybody's already saying or thinking that Martavis is going to be the number one. So of course, the defense is going to shift towards that direction. Juju, if he was on any other squad, man, he would be a wide receiver one, no doubt. Especially getting in between 10 or 11 targets a game. Guys, is just sheer talent. He showed that even in college. But for me, I'm going Golden Tate. I think Golden Tate's got a better matchup, and I think he's gonna get some targets, man.
All right, I'll let you go with Tate on that one. Let's see here. No problem, Eric. You appreciate the help. No problem. Let's see.
See that right there? Rami. Hey, I'm sorry if I pronounced your name.
I love your hat, man. Go Lakers. Oh,
yes, indeed, baby. LA.
Man.
Oh.
Dilly though. Anyway, Raleigh. Even because you said it earlier, the whole Lakers thing. That's coming.
It's coming, baby.
There's going to be. Hey, if any of y'all basketball fans, there's about to be a heated debate coming up with something to do.
Yes.
With that.
Yes, indeed.
You guys make sure you stay tuned. Let's see. Adon, quick question. Would you all choose the Jags defense against the 49ers or Bears defense versus the Browns? Here's my personal take. If you got an option with the Jags defense, you take it. Exactly. I mean, their turnover ratio, their scoring potential, the way they can shut teams down. Yes, Jimmy G looks awesome. I mean, there's some videos that came out this week. The dude kind of looks like young Brady, and he acts like young Brady.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a lot of potential, but the Jags defense is elite. A lot of Pro Bowlers out there. I'm sticking with the Jags, no doubt. I don't care who they play. Same with you?
Yes. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Saxonville, man. I mean, it's one of those situations you got to choose them. They're stud when it comes to DSTs, man. I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen, and I know probably Jake as well, a dominant defense like that. And so they can make a push, for real.
All right, Jack B, Big Ben, Bortles or Rivers, also Alshon or Bryant. So you got Big Ben, Bortles, and Rivers. I'm going Big Ben against Houston. That's just too good of a matchup. Yeah. I do like Bortles. Like we said, Bortles is a safe play, but I think Ben has the higher ceiling. Rivers struggles outdoors at the end of the season. He starts off the season's hot. He likes the warmer weather. Things get cool. He plays outside. Rivers doesn't like it so much. So I'm going Big Ben. Alshon or Martavis. Well, I just started Big Ben for the matchup in Houston.
Yeah, well.
But Alshon on a Philly offense that is explosive.
Yeah.
The only issue I have with Alshon is if they sit their starters. And the only reason they're going to do that is if they get a huge lead, which is possible. But
right.
you never know. It's a risk. I think Bryant has more full game potential than Alshon does.
Yeah. And I think that's the only one I concur with the first two. The last one is another one. It's number 2.
There's some literacy things going on here.
Hey, it's kind of like it was the one we talk about sometimes where he pops up and says little.
Like Will Ferrell in Old School.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm having an old school moment here, y'all. But for me, Alshon, I think I agree with what Jake was saying, but I think that Nick Foles is going to come out aggressive. I think they want to continue to make a statement with Nick, and Alshon will be a recipient of quite a few targets. So again, and they may sit him, if they do get up, further well. But I think he'll be effective more so than Brian. I just don't. I'm just real leery about Brian. You just have to temper your expectations when it comes to Martavis this week.
Mm-hmm. Vision Dream Records, time to claim a championship. Adam, that's what I'm talking about. You got Olsen or Rudolph. I'm going Olsen. I'm kind of avoiding everything to do in the Minnesota Green Bay game except for the running backs for Minnesota. That's about the only thing I would touch in that game. I mean, it's supposed to be in single digits. Cold.
Yeah, cold.
Rodgers is out. Minnesota is head and shoulders better than Green Bay. I mean, I can see that getting ugly in the first half and leaning on the run in the second half when it's like 0 outside.
Yeah.
So I'm avoiding Rudolph. I know I just talked about running backs with a Rudolph question.
Right. Well, yeah, it's cool.
And it's Rudolph's time of year. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
It's about time for some Rudolph, but not this week.
I mean, it could be a little red zone reindeer situation. For me, I would maybe differ just a smidgen, but the only reason being, like Jake was saying, I think they will lean on the running game. So if you get down in the red zone, he could potentially see some targets there versus Olsen. I know he's been having some a good game here, especially last week, but you still got to be leery, man. I mean, they still got a chance. They just don't want to risk overusing them.
Yeah, and Olsen in Carolina, I mean, they still need to win.
Yes.
They still have to keep winning, so they're going to stay aggressive the whole game. So give me Olsen. And there's our Lakers hat comment, which we're going to skip by.
Oh, wait.
Derek, he says the guy I'm playing is going with Woods, so should I start Goff over Alex Smith? And he has Keenum, so should I start Diggs in my flex as a strategy, or am I overthinking it? Or stick with C.J. Anderson at a flex? To start off with, you got so you want to know if you should start Goff or Alex Smith. Smith is kind of in the same position where they got to keep winning.
Yeah.
They got to stay aggressive, and they got a decent matchup against the Dolphins. But I like Goff.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to be hurting either way. Alex Smith may be slightly safer this week, in my opinion. Should you start Diggs at your flex? Or are you overthinking it?
Well, for me,
you go ahead.
But that's a tough one because I'm not a real big C.J. Anderson fan. And Diggs has a chance. I mean, he's still, to me, borderline wide receiver 2, on a really
potentially.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He has that potential. Thielen is the man in that offense. I mean, ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So if you're looking at higher ceiling.
Easy for you to say.
Exactly. I think, I'll go with Diggs. I just don't like CJ.
You just don't. You got no.
Well, nothing personal about.
What if he's watching?
CJ, hey.
Now I'm gonna pick CJ, and that's only because I mean he's got a great matchup against the Redskins, who've been allowing some of the most fantasy points to running backs here recently. And I'd like to have that running back in my flex spot personally. I want to know that my guy in my flex spot is going to get me 15 touches without having to rely on receptions. That's just me. That's why I'm going CJ. David Harris, you got Baltimore Rams, Steelers defense. I think I'm going to go ahead and stick with Baltimore from what I hear and double check because it's been last night since I looked at the weather report, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be raining and windy in Baltimore.
Yes, yeah, it is. Yeah.
To me, that just screams turnovers, which would make me lean Baltimore's way on that.
I'm going to interject real quick on that one. think I'm gonna go on the other side and go with the Steelers on this one. Again,
we had a trend going. He was avoiding the Steelers.
But hey, I'm back. But I think the reason being is that Shazier narrative is still in play. The guys, and you see it a lot of times in different types of sports, where they hinge upon something and they use it as a focal point to help them throughout the year, man. Especially in this last stretch. And I think they're a little angry, man, with that whole situation with Jesse James last week.
It could be.
They're gonna play angry. Mm-hmm. So me, is I'm going Steel Curtain, baby.
That's right. All right, we get tons of questions here, so be patient, everybody. We're trying to work our way through the whole list if we can, but just be patient with us. Last question on that one from David was Delaney Walker or Greg Olsen. I'm gonna stick with Olsen.
Yeah, I probably have to go Olsen on that as well. Delaney, I'm not real keen on right now. He's had some lagging injuries throughout the year, man, and he's been so up and down. And Mariota as well. So that,
if it's this point in the season, I want as many players as I can that are playing on the team that has something to play for.
Yeah.
Olsen has something to play for. Daniel, should I bench Justin Tucker and wait for Boswell to come off waivers Sunday? Being that the weather is what we said it's going to be in Baltimore, rainy and windy, I would definitely grab Boswell. He's going to be kicking indoors. So as much as I like Justin Tucker and the ability of his leg to kick a 50, 60-yard field goal with ease, I'd rather play it safe and have the guy kicking indoors.
Mm-hmm. Ty said, 206 is Seattle.
See, we got it right. I pay attention, Ty. I pay attention. Eric Moore, Carlos Hyde or Melvin Gordon? Not even close. I'm going Melvin Gordon 100%. Hyde going up against Jacksonville. Hyde hasn't done anything the past few weeks. He's not as involved in the passing game anymore with Jimmy G because Jimmy G can actually throw it down the field.
Yeah.
Melvin is one of the studs in that offense who's going to get tons of touches. Give me Melvin Gordon. I'm starting 3 wide receivers today in the semifinals and need your assistance. Thielen, Diggs, Dede, Gordon, Matthews. And you're going against the number 1 team. Well, who says they're the number 1 team? You're all in the championship together. Ain't nobody the number 1 team yet. You can start. I'll let you pick first this time since I took Shepard from you before.
All right. Well,
I'll let you pick 2.
Okay, because one is a given. Of course, I'm going Flash. And the second one is Thielen. Like I spoke upon just a few minutes ago. In this stage in the game, you want to get your quote unquote studs or people who's going to get volume, whether it's in whatever position it is. And to me, Thielen is the number 1. So he's going to be looked upon first. So Thielen and Flash are my reasoning behind it.
All right. So you and Thielen, Flash. So I'm going to go Rashard Matthews for the fact that I think Thielen and Flash have high upside, but they're kind of risky. And I think the next available option that you have that's a safer play to kind of balance it out a little bit is Rashard Matthews. He's a heavy target in that offense. Let's see. Rom, you guys are great. Helping me out all year. Absolutely. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Started Watson last week. Made it this far. Let's see. Where are we at here? Michael Rivera, my starting lineup: Bortles, Keenan Allen, Thielen, Baldwin, Hunt, Drake, Olsen, Dawson, and the Bears. I think you got a pretty good chance. Baldwin kind of scares me.
Yeah.
Only because he's inconsistent. Thielen with the weather. Really like Hunt and Drake this week, though.
Oh, yeah, man.
Really like Hunt and Drake.
Yeah.
Wally, we got Keenan, Bortles, or Stafford. I've seen these 3 names a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I think I've said the name Keenum, Bortles, and Stafford all more than I've said my kids' names this week. And I live with them. Weird. To me, I'm sticking with one of my starts of the week. I'm sticking with Bortles.
Yeah.
I think Stafford has a great chance, but I think Bortles is the safest play out of all of them. High TD upside. Been playing great. One of the top fantasy quarterbacks the past few weeks here, which is weird considering he was horrible in the preseason.
And I can imagine us talking about Bortles possibly winning somebody a championship, at the beginning of the season, but he is, man. Fit for life. What's up? What's good?
I see Ed the Boss. Thanks for the info, guys. Don't have the greatest QB selections for my championship. My options are either Kirk Cousins, Nick Foles, or Jameis Winston. I'm going Foles out of that group. We talk about them benching starters, but I don't think they're going to bench Nick Foles, really. Yeah. And I think that offense has enough weapons that even if they were to sit Alshon or whoever, then he's still got plenty of options. Winston going against the Carolina D that still has something to play for and going to be playing hard, and Kirk Cousins against Denver with an offensive line that's held together with. Last time I checked, it's 3 paper clips, a stick of thing of bubble gum, and like one of those purple now-and-laters that have been halfway chewed.
That's bad.
That's like their offensive line.
Yeah.
So I'm going Nick Foles.
Rock. He said, "What's up, Jake and Matt?
What's going on, big guy? The Rock?
Hey.
Maybe.
You smell what he's cooking?
I can't do the people's eyebrow. Let's see, Michael. We got the Bears or Redskins defense. Both played top two most points for defense. I like both of them this week. I mean, both of them have great matchups. Kind of a toss-up. I mean, if I had to choose one, it's going to be the Bears against Cleveland because it's Cleveland, and it's Cleveland.
Yeah.
I mean, the Redskins, I mean, Denver has that chance.
Yeah, and, Emmanuel's not playing from what I've read, thus far. So you only got DT sitting out there, man. So they're really going to lock him down. That's why, I don't know. I just don't like that Denver offense. I mean, you can go either way. My choice, I'd probably say, just as an upside play, go Washington. They're home. That's my pick.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. You can go Washington or the Bears. Bears, Washington.
Yeah, the Bears.
Team Jake, Team Mac, whatever. Would you guys go, let's see, Jesse Graham or Rudolph this week? I like Jimmy Graham this week to kind of turn it back around. He's had 2 horrible weeks.
Yeah.
Horrible weeks. But going up against Dallas, I kind of like his chances this week. Like I said, I'm pretty much avoiding most people in that Minnesota-Green Bay game that's not a running back.
Yeah. I mean, he has a lot of potential. Like I said, the Dallas defense hasn't really shown up. Lee, he's been up and down. It's just been one of those situations, man. I probably hinge upon it. I'd say the same thing. Yeah, we're gonna have to go.
All right, let's see, Joe. We got Rivers or Keenum. Rivers let me down last week, but not sure about Keenum in the weather. Like we just said, not sure about Keenum in the weather either.
Yeah.
However, I'm not so sure about Rivers playing outdoors in the winter either. So you're kind of in one of those, toss-up situations.
Yeah.
If it's me though, being that they're both playing outdoors in the cold, I'm for the first time this week I may be leaning Keenum a little bit.
Yeah, I think I've said Keenum as well. Just reason being the weapons that he has. I think I feel more confident in the weapons that he has. So yeah, we're gonna go Keenum.
All right, Ty. The Lakers need to work on their free throws. That's not all they need to work on, Ty. They need to work on a lot of things.
Phoenix Suns.
Well, I was Phoenix Suns.
Well, yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what I am right now.
Well,
I'm like a transplant without a team.
Well, I'm trying to work on him.
That ain't gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. Big Ben or Keenum? Going back to Big Ben, Rami. Sticking with him. Great matchup. Let's see here. Fit for life. Big Warriors fan. It looks like.
Yeah.
I hope you didn't hop on the bandwagon. Just messing with you. Let's see. Martin, hi guys. From Sweden.
Hey,
all the way from Sweden, but you're currently in Cape Coral, Florida. Not as cool as Sweden.
Right, exactly.
But hey, we appreciate you tuning in anyway. Need some help. Pick 3. Baldwin Funchess, Dede Westbrook, Sterling Shepard, Kerwin Williams, Carlos Hyde. Currently starting the first 3 guys. So right now you got Baldwin Funchess and Dede in.
Okay.
Honestly, the only thing I would really change is I would swap Shepard and Dede. I would swap Shepard and Dede just for Shepard's ability to have 10-plus targets. Dede just hasn't really proven much. I got into a big I don't know if anybody saw it on Twitter. I don't even know if you saw it on Twitter. I got into a disagreement with somebody on Twitter yesterday because I said that Dede hadn't done anything for me to warrant suggesting him that he's been all hype for the most part.
Right.
I mean, he had a touchdown 2 weeks ago, or last week or whatever it was. I think it was 2 weeks ago. But come on, I mean, he hasn't done a whole lot. He came out saying I'm going to get 200 yards in my first game.
Yeah, that was a little cocky.
And barely has 200 yards through like 4 games. So I like Dede Westbrook. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah.
I like him going forward, but this week I'm sticking with Shepard.
Yeah.
All right, Thielen is the safe play. Let's see. Thielen's still a good play, even though you said mostly running into temperatures. Like I said, Max said earlier, Thielen's a great option. I mean, if anybody in that offense gets a chunk of something, it's going to be Thielen. So is he a surefire Huge day play.
I mean, it's not really. Again, like I said, with the weather, it's one of those situations, man. You got to temper your expectations. It could be a low scoring game, um, and an ugly game. I know they have some history, that the two franchises and things, like that. But Thielen out of that group has the potential to at least score,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he's got the highest upside out of all of them. Let's see. Rami, should you avoid Thielen for Shepard because of the temperatures and stuff in the Vikings game? Um, Now, we all about being bold on here, right?
yeah, indeed.
Look at your lineup. If your lineup, and you may have told us, and forgive me if I've forgotten it, but if you got some surefire bets on your lineup and you can have a spot where you can take a little bit of a risk, I think Shepard is a good high risk, high reward play for Thielen. If you already got a lot of risk in your lineup, don't take another one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you gotta kind of weigh it. I mean, if you got a spot where you're solid everywhere and this is just the last position, Shepard's got that high upside.
Yeah, swing for the fences, baby.
If you need to. Let's see. I lost. Let's see. Rock. I lost Devontae, so I got to roll with Crabtree this week. Is he a safe play in PPR? I have Tate, Shepard, and Goodwin to start along Thielen.
Yeah, I like Crabtree, especially PPR.
Yeah. The dude had like 17 targets the past couple of weeks. I don't care who plays alongside him. He's the number one option.
Yeah.
I don't care if Amari Cooper is there or whoever.
Yeah.
Crabtree is the main guy for Carr. Let's see. Ty, Thielen, Diggs, Westbrook, Wallace, Matthews, and Gordon going to start 3. Let's see here. Things are scrolling so fast. Well, I know you're going to go with Gordon.
Yeah.
For the reasons we said before, Gordon and his upside.
Right.
My other.
Yeah, that's tough.
My gut says Matthews and Wallace, but I hate to sit both Thielen and Diggs. I would probably go with Thielen. You got Gordon, and then I think Mike Wallace has a high upside this week. No Jeremy Maclin going up against the Colts secondary. He's their team's top option.
I agree with that one.
All right, so we got Thielen, Wallace, and Gordon for you, Ty. All right, Joe, we got Wallace or Martavis Bryant. That's a tough one.
See, that's I'm kind of trying to keep my
your bias
out of that one because that's a rivalry right there. But again, we're here for the people, so Wallace for me. Any Steelers fans, please forgive me. Oh, that's tough. But I mean, like I said, number one, we're doing this for you guys. Take my bias out of it. But I think Wallace is a better, safer bet. Again, that offense is so spread out in Pittsburgh right now, especially with Antonio being out. So they're going to spread the targets out. So I like Wallace.
Yep, same with me. I'm going Wallace also. Fit for life. We got Marvin Jones or Thielen. Both have their own risks. I'm slightly leaning towards Marvin though. I mean, we've talked about that Green Bay Minnesota game a lot. I think Marvin's a little bit safer of a play right now.
Yeah. Man, that's a tough one. I may go Thielen on that one. Reason being, I think
you've lost that love in Thielen.
That's pretty good.
New nickname.
Whoa, I like it. But Thielen for me, the potential high upside, I just can't overlook that. Especially like I said, if it's going to be one of those wintry games or just a low scoring game, he has the potential to get a TD. I mean, out of that offense more so than anybody. So Thielen's for me.
Martin, we got Rivers, Bortles, and Foles. I know we've talked about Rivers struggling in cold weather. Foles has that great offense, but I'm sticking with my start of the week with Bortles.
Yeah.
Safest play for me. Joe, my lineup: Keenum, Thomas, Thielen, AK-41. We got Freeman, Olsen, Butker. I just like saying that.
Yeah.
Butker. And Saxonville. I have Rivers and Graham. The way you have it is how I would leave it. I'm not starting. Man. See, Keenum. I know Keenum. We've been sitting a lot in a lot of these questions, but I really, with Rivers and the cold weather outdoors in his entire career, has severely struggled. It's not like this is like a 1 year type of thing. It's every year. So Stick with Keenum, keep your fingers crossed, pair him with Thielen, and hope for a touchdown. William, Cam or Brady? I know you picked Brady earlier.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Cam on this one for the simple fact that, like I've been saying, they got something to play for. They need to keep winning. Brady needs to keep winning also, but something's gonna happen in that game. The Buffalo New England game. Something's gonna happen. Punches are gonna be thrown. People are gonna get ejected. Something. A lot of penalties. Yeah. Something's gonna happen for what happened with Gronk a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it'd be a little retribution. I can see that. Yeah, I'll probably stick with Brady on that one myself. But yeah, I see Jake's reason behind Cam. I mean, he has that potential. I mean, anytime a big quarterback like that, and I think they're starting to let him go. Let him play like the Camel.
Let it go. Oh, I'm not gonna get into it. I got a little girl. I can't get it. All right, let's see here. Fit for life. Still rocking my Oakland A's, Raiders, and the Doves. All right, well, you're a true fan then. I'll take back the bandwagon comment. Got to win this week. Ty. Opponent has swept me in the regular season. Keep it positive. You got to LeVar Ball this thing, right? You got to speak it. You got to speak it into existence.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you right now, futuristically, yeah, we're gonna get into some pretty good debates dealing with the Lakers, LeVar, all of that. We've done it many a time, so it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun with it. Let's see. Even when they are 2-14, yep, that's right.
True fan, baby.
That's right. Let's see, Ty, Niners Nation. All right, well, you're close up there in Seattle, so we'll let you have it, I guess. Let's see. Actually, Raiders Nation, all you Niners fans try to copy. Oh no, don't be getting no beef in our chat room now. No beef.
Wow.
All right, so we got Big Ben, Ty, Thielen, Matthews, Flash, Ravens going up against Ryan, Gurley, Olsen, Kamara, Jags, and Stewart. It's going to be close. You really need Gurley to not do anything.
Yeah.
Gurley's going to be the one guy you got to watch for. And not that you can do anything to stop it.
Right. Kamara, potentially could have both those backs, really. But you got some good studs, some good weapons, so it's gonna be close, man. But we believe in you, Ty.
That's right.
Hang in there.
All right, Tennessee. So we got, and I answer questions for you every week, and I'm gonna apologize ahead of time if I butcher your name. It's like Chinaya.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah. I apologize if I totally butchered that. I mean, I appreciate all your comments every week. Cameron Brate or Jesse James or any other tight end who might be available in most leagues standard. I'm going Jesse James. Not even worried about who else is. Yeah.
Hey.
That just happened.
Write
it down.
Man.
Put it in your calendar. I've been taking Big Ben.
Well, I know.
I mean, Jesse James. Jesse James in a matchup against Houston, who has no defense, in a game where they're going to be playing upset. I mean, listen, I hate the rule also, but he lost the game for the Steelers last week. I hate that it happened that way. I don't agree with the rule, but it is what it is. It was his fault. I mean, it was ultimately his fault. True statement? I told you to take the rule aside, but technically, had he not bumbled it or dropped it or whatever he did, it's a win. So he takes that on his shoulders. He takes it personally.
Yeah, and again, like I said, that's why I've been picking him a lot as well. I think the narrative is going to come into play. He's got something to prove, and I think the team wants to push it. So I think Jesse's he may score this week.
He may score twice.
Yeah.
He may. All right, Joey Hutchinson. We got Rivers or Foles. I'm going Foles 100%.
Yeah.
Don't like Rivers still outdoors in that weather late in the year. He typically turns into like Ryan Leaf this time of year. Same team though.
Woo. Yeah, exactly.
John, should I sit Tucker for Dawson, Bailey, or Gano on waivers? I would sit Tucker.
Yeah.
But Dawson, he's missed like 8 field goals this year already, so I'm kind of off Dawson. Bailey seems to get hurt every other week. I think it was last week he took like a blind shot to the back of the head. I mean, he's always in the mix. Gano, I mean, I'm looking out the window right now in North Carolina, and the weather don't look too bad.
No.
So give me Gano against Tampa Bay.
Yeah. So Gano, it's not going to snow?
Gano, no snow. Gano Snow. It's hard to say. All right, the Las Vegas Raiders. Well, that's about to happen.
Yeah.
The Santa Clara Niners.
Wow.
We got some.
That's pretty funny.
Woo. Ty and Fit.
That's funny.
We're gonna need a moderator here pretty soon.
Yeah.
The
bar go.
Wait a second.
Now, if you're saying the greatest all the time, yeah, okay.
At what he does.
Yeah. Marketing,
being annoying, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Great. The GOAT. As far as a lot of other things, not so much. Rodman, Jake, my team is Big Ben, Bell, Kamara, Keenan, Thielen, Olsen, Graham, Bears, and Matt Bryant now. What do you think of Shepard? I like Shepard, but you would have to sit, let me see, you'd have to sit Keenan or Thielen for him. Thielen would be my only option to really sit for him, kind of, but I don't know if he's much of an upgrade. I mean, he is probably safer. I would say Shepard is a safer bet.
Yeah.
Thielen may have the higher ceiling, but I think Shepard's a safer bet. If you want to play it safe, I'd go Shepard over Thielen. I know Matt said earlier he'd keep Thielen. Ben Watson, Ty. Ben Watson or Cameron Braid at tight end. And what do you guys think of Phil Dawson this week? I just talked about Phil Dawson. I don't like Phil Dawson. I put him in my video as one of the kickers to pick if you had to because he's kicking indoors.
Yeah.
Once you go past the indoors.
Oh, yeah. I like, I think I spoke upon Mr. Benjamin Watson last week. I like Ben Watson, especially going against Indy. It's going to be a rainy game, so he's a safe play. Braid, he's up and down. I mean, now with O.J. Howard in the mix, you don't know what they're going to do. They may run dual tight ends, all the way out. So Watson for me, volume-wise, just a safe play.
Yep, I'll agree with that. Romney saying, should I put Shepard for Graham? I'm guessing that's for the question earlier, and if that is right, then I would go Shepard over Graham. Fit, we got Shepard, Juju, Thielen, and Marvin. Pick two. For sure, get ready. Yeah. I'm going Juju. I'm going with another Steeler. I'm going Juju. Juju is a lot for sure.
Have mercy.
If any of these questions have Juju's name in it, I'm telling you, I'm going to say his name now. So Juju's really high. I mean, he's top 10 for me this week.
Yeah.
After that, based off my last comments, I like Shepard. I'm going Shepard and Juju. I mean, man, I don't know what kind of lead this is, but if it's PPR, congratulations to you, sir. John, should I still start Wallace over Demaryius Thomas given the wind and rain forecasted?
I would.
Yeah.
I mean, again, like I said, with Emmanuel not playing, I know they're gonna focus on him. So Thomas, he's gonna get force fed, and in saying that, it's gonna be a lot of interceptions thrown probably.
Yeah. So agreed. Sticking with Wallace. What's up, King? How we doing?
What up?
Immaculate. How confident in McKinnon this week? As a McKinnon owner, I'm starting in my own league, Jerick McKinnon this week. So I'm not going to tell you nothing I wouldn't do myself. And I love McKinnon this week. I love McKinnon. I like McKinnon and Murray, both of them this week. I think they get a ton of volume. McKinnon may get more receiving than rushing again like he has in the past.
Yeah.
But he killed the Packers the last time they played, and I expect a lot of the same, especially with the weather the way it's going to be. A lot of running.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game, man. And that's one of those things, like I said, McKinnon has that potential. I wasn't real high on Lat Murray, early, in the year.
I don't think anybody was.
Yeah, exactly. And that's going to be an interesting dynamic come next year, man. That's going to be crazy. It's a lot of backs, but Cook's going to get it. But anyway.
That's right. All right, so I know Gurley going to eat, but I've made it this far with Kenny Drake and Alex Collins winning this for you guys. Man, hold on a second. Talk to the people. I want to show you something real quick, Ty.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna pull up my own team. I'm gonna show you who my starting running backs are this week.
Yeah. Dang.
I don't know if you can see it. Where's the camera?
Yeah,
Boom. Kenyon Drake and Alex Collins. Both of my starters this week also. They've been studs lately. Keep them going.
Keep rolling with them.
All right. Hey, guys, I got Alex Collins and Jerick McKinnon. This is like my lineup. These guys have hacked into my phone. King, you got the same guys I got. McKinnon's my flex tonight. Playing tonight. Am I smart to play both guys? I would.
Yeah,
I am.
I mean, they like I said, they're studs, man. I mean, they're playing well. Roll with them, baby.
That's right. All right, I'll let you do this one. Didi or Cole?
Didi or Cole? Well, like I said, I picked Didi early on, and I'm sticking with it. Again, he hasn't been that self-proclaimed stud, but in the situation, he's receiving more targets. The trend is trending upward in the right direction. So
Yeah,
for
because
me,
trends can trend down.
they can.
That's bad.
We don't want that.
We don't want no.
We don't like it when it goes down.
No.
Well, okay. Moving on.
Next question before we get off topic here.
Right.
Let's see. Joey, we got pick 2. Funchess, Fitz, Hill, or Sanu? Man, I'll pick one.
Okay.
I don't know who you're gonna pick, but I'm gonna go with my main man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Larry Fitzgerald.
Okay.
I think he's a nice, safe play. Even with Stanton starting this week, earlier in the season when Stanton started, he had 15 catches in 2 games for like 175 yards, something like that. So I mean, he's averaging right around 8 catches, 90 yards or so. I mean, that's a safe play for me, and I'm going Fitz.
For me, I think Sanu. The reason being, it's going to be one of those situations, that Julio is going to be. He's going to get targets, but I mean, come on now, that's going against a tough defense. Sanu, I think, is going to see more targets, more possibility of scoring. So out of this group, I have to pick Sanu. Excuse me.
God bless you. Ryan Walker, we got Didi, Westbrook, or Goodwin for your number 2. I'm going Didi. Listen, I'm probably one of the biggest Goodwin fans there is. I've been talking about Goodwin for weeks.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Didi though. I don't trust anybody against Jacksonville. You got AJ Boye. I don't know how you say it.
Like Fitzgerald
Touzon. Between him and Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
I mean, Goodwin is an elite talent with world-class speed, but I'd rather play it safe with Didi.
Yeah.
Let's see. Shrock. We got which team wins this week, in you guys' opinions? Newton, Kamara, Ingram, Woods, Juju, Drake, Kelsey, Pats, Steelers. That's a good team. Versus Breeze, Gurley, Freeman, Hopkins, Hill, Ingram, Fournette, Seahawks, and the Ravens kicker. Dang. Is this like a 4-team league? These teams are stacked. That's going to be close. I'm going to give the slight nod. I don't know which team is yours, so you know it's a real answer. I'm going with the first team that I read with Newton, Kamara, Ingram, Woods, Juju, Drake, and Kelsey.
Yeah, it has the higher upside with someone's got like Juju, and like I said, I kind of like Cam this week, so yeah, I agree with that. Caesar, what's up?
What's going on, buddy? Let's see, William. We got my lineup: Cam, Flash, Woods, Lat Murray, Dion, Jesse James, Sterling Shepard, Matt Bryant, and Philly. I can put Jamal Williams in, Dede Westbrook, Robbie Anderson, or Mike Wallace.
I don't like Anderson this week.
Nope, don't like Anderson. Let's see, who else you got? Woods, Flash, Shepard. No, I'm not changing anything you got.
No.
You got the best options in right now. We'll stick with it and roll. Roll on 2.
Indeed.
James, Eugene, Greg Zerline going down hurts. He was like an RB2 for a lot of people.
Yeah, exactly.
In my league, who's the wire kicker still available? It really depends who's available in your league.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can probably get you a name here of some people who aren't very highly owned, but right off the top of my head, just if you're still in here, James, let us know who's available, and I'll be able to get you a name.
Yeah.
If not, look for a guy who's kicking indoors, not named Phil Dawson.
Exactly. It was Mac with 4,200, C.J. Anderson, and Baldwin. For me, again, like I said, I'm not real high on C.J. Doug Baldwin, I think, has a higher upside, and again, he's the number 1. So, it's typically hard to kind of go against your number 1s in our offense, especially that, Russell, he likes him. So,
yeah, I think Seattle's trailing in this game. They have to throw in the second half. Therefore, I'm going Baldwin slightly. It's not by a lot. Tamara, love you guys. Wilson or Foles for QB? I'm going Wilson, hands down. I mean, the dude is responsible for like 90% of his team's offense. He's going to have to do something to stick up with Dallas and their full offense. I'm going Wilson. I don't know if you like Foles better.
Yeah, I do. But I mean, again, Foles to me, I think has the the better weapons. And I'm not looking at the past week. I know he's threw for 4 TDs, but I think the weapons that he has, and they want to continue to play on that level. A lot of people thought there was going to be a decline with Wentz, but not so much. They've got such a balanced team, so I think Foles has a pretty good chance this week. I'm going Foles.
All right, so immaculate. How we feel about Kerwin Williams? I'm not feeling a whole lot. Even if he does play, if he doesn't play, whatever it is, it's going to be a heavy dose of DJ Foster and Elijah Penny. So I'm sticking away from Kerwin Williams no matter what. Let's see. Mac has already helped me on this one. Jordan Howard or Collins? Leaning with Mac with Howard. Well, fine. I'm going Collins. I mean, that's just I've stuck with Collins here for a few weeks, and here's the beauty of it. In our league of record here, Mac traded me Collins.
I did,
and it's worked out great for me. So you know what? I'm going to keep rolling with Collins.
And to be fair, you can ask any of our league mates. A lot of people that I've dropped per se or traded has actually went off. So the premonition and the the insight was on point.
Just not the patience.
The patience. That's one thing that these guys can tell you. I'm very impatient. If a guy on my team has a bad game, he's out of there. Mm-hmm. But I got to work
with some exceptions.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, give me Collins in the rainy weather. More running.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ryan Walker. Thanks, guys. No problem. Ty, Matt Prater, Robbie Gould, Sam Ficken. And Phil Dawson and Will Lutz. Well, let me give you my Ficken opinion right here. Let me give you my Ficken opinion. Sam Ficken, I had a couple questions on him on the YouTube shows, and the dude started off college horrible as a kicker. He turned it back on in Penn State. He's yet to kick a field goal. He was like a mortgage broker or something like a week ago.
Dang.
He's never kicked in the NFL before, and you're going to throw him out there on the NFL stage, and
don't do it.
No. He misses his first kick, he may be done for the game, despite the upside of that offense. So we got Robbie Gould, Matt Prater, Phil Dawson, and Will Lutz. I'm going Mr. Will Lutz.
I think I'm going to go Gould.
You go Gould, I'm going Lutz. Lutz kicking indoors for the Saints against the Falcons. That's all me. Kathy, let's see. I have Goff, but should I play Bortles or Keenum instead? Both are available. Just got here. Don't know if it's been asked. Hey, don't worry about it if it's been asked.
Good.
If anything, it's hard for us because we got to remember what we said.
Yeah.
So you got Goff. Should you play Bortles or Keenum? I think what we've said in the past is we like Goff a lot this week. Bortles also. I mean, Keenum, the only thing we don't like against Keenum is the weather for today. I mean, it's supposed to be like 9 degrees at kickoff tonight.
Yeah, man.
And it's only going to get colder, and that offense of Minnesota could absolutely blow the doors off the Packers, and they could run the ball a lot. So you basically between Goff and Bortles, and if I had to choose one, I'd say Bortles is the safer play, but Goff has the higher upside. It just depends if you want to gamble or not, or play it safe with Bortles. People retracted. I didn't know you could retract a message. Hopefully they were nice messages.
Yeah.
All right, Jesse. The guy I'm playing is the one that traded Zeke to me. Well, that sucks for him.
Yeah.
So hopefully he doesn't come back to bite me in Rev butt. It's going to bite you where? That you traded Zeke. Oh, he traded him Zeke, and now you got to play him.
I'm sorry. Well, the thing is, man. Hopefully the rest of your team is like studs, full of studs, and outstanding. To be totally honest, I think Zeke's he's gonna get the workload. That's already been stated. They're gonna give it to him. He's actually been looking, pretty good, in reports they've been showing him and all of that. So, yeah, it's gonna be a tough one, man. I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Zeke's probably gonna go off.
Probably.
Yeah.
Let's see, Derek. Since y'all split on Diggs and C.J. Anderson, is Wallace a better option? I hope this answers your question, but to me, I'm still sticking with CJ. I want those 15 touches in my flex. That's me. Now, I think Wallace is a better play than Diggs, though.
Yeah. I would go with Wallace. Again, I think going against Indy, they don't have nothing really to play for. I'm not saying that they'll lay down, but Baltimore at home, that rainy weather and stuff. Wallace is used to it. Again, I'm not a C.J. Anderson fan. So out of that group, I would go Wallace. Yeah, definitely.
Sorry, we're still split. I'm
Sorry,
sorry. Ryan, should I play Greg Olson over Joe Mixon on my flex spot in PPR? You're already starting Kelsey also. I don't like to start two tight ends. However, you have two good tight ends.
Yeah.
I think Mixon gets a fair amount of work the first half, but if they're out of the game in the second half, I don't think he does. I'm gonna stick with what I normally do. Like I told everybody before, I like running backs in my flex spot. Joe Mixon catches passed out of the backfield, so that helps with PPR. So I just stick with Joe Mixon.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that one. Like I said, Mixon, he's been sort of a disappointment compared to the way he was talented coming in and everything. And I don't know if that's due to just the OC head coach or whatever, because they should have been giving it to him at the very beginning, not even mixing in Hill and all these guys. So I don't know if that's kind of deterred his progression. But in this situation, I agree. He's going to get the volume, so you got to go with where the volume's going to be.
That's right. James, still recovering from Carson Wentz going down. Yeah, that sucks. Who should I start this week? Foles, Rivers, or Breeze?
Definitely not Breeze for me. Again, I think he's turned into a game manager. You know, it's one of those things. It's hard to. I would have never imagined coming into the season not choosing Breeze. Um, but again, their whole dynamic of that team has changed. Foles is the pick for me, and out of those three.
All right, James, I'm gonna make it hard. I'm gonna make it tough for you. I'm gonna pick Drew Brees. So we'll be split on this one. I'm going Brees because Atlanta can put up points. Now, yes, New Orleans has a decent defense and plays well, but I kind of see that being a high-scoring game. Brees, I mean, they need to win. Both teams are playing to win. They're going to be playing hard. Atlanta's run D is slightly better than their pass D, slightly. I see a big day for Mr. Michael Thomas, and I'm gonna be a little bold. You know who else I see a big day for?
Ooh.
Slinger the Slinger, baby.
Oh man,
Toby Slinger.
Woo. Hey.
Maybe. I don't even know if he's playing. To be honest, I just tried to pick the one guy that probably wouldn't score and just say his name. To be honest, I don't even know. Let's see. William, do you think the Browns can beat the Bears this week?
Hey man, I hope they get a. And this is coming from a Steelers fan. I don't want to see them to go undefeated. Excuse me,
Unwinded.
Unwinded. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Underwinded.
Yeah, but I don't think it's coming this week. So they might.
I said I think it was, I don't know if it was you or not. Well, I don't know if you're trying to trick me or if it was somebody else that asked me on one of my videos this exact same questions, and I said, and I'll stick to it because now we're live for the world to see.
Mm-hmm.
This is the week the Browns win.
Mm.
This is their only win of the year.
They got a chance. I mean,
if they're going to win one, it's this one.
Yeah.
It'll be this one, if at all. All right, Brian Williams. Here's my lineup in the championship. We got Breeze, Kamara, Hunt, Thomas, Thielen, Kelsey, Crabtree, the Ravens, and Tucker. On my bench, Alex Smith, which I would keep there. Jeffrey, Lamar Miller. If it's me, I would put Jeffrey in for Thielen. But I know you're high on Thielen.
Yeah, I mean, I'll stick with Thielen again. Like I said, just reason being is just that volume. I think that he'll receive, even though it's not going to be a prolific scoring event, but he has the better chance and the higher ceiling out of that game.
All right, so I'm saying Jeffrey. You go on Thielen. For me, Jeffrey, just in that offense, even if he plays a half, all I need him to do is get 50 yards and a touchdown to be productive. I don't need a whole lot. Plus, your whole team is pretty stacked, so you should be in good shape regardless. King, let's see, Greg Olson over Jimmy Graham this week. I mean, Greg Olson's only done it once this week, but he looked great last week.
He did.
Graham ain't looked good lately.
But I almost, hinge upon, like what you were saying earlier, man. I think, Jimmy, this might be the week for him. Like I said, Dallas, their linebackers are not really that great. You know what I mean? So Jimmy Graham could have a chance. I kind of like Jimmy.
All right, we'll go with Jimmy. We're going to rapid fire through a few of these guys. We've been on here for almost an hour. Got to get things ready. We got some football to watch ourselves.
Baby.
But if we don't get to your question, just go to one of our videos. We'll make sure to answer it as quick as we can. Let's see, Immaculate Chiefs or Chargers D. I'm going Chargers. A lot of Pro Bowlers playing out there. A lot of snubs out there from the Pro Bowl list, too, so they may be playing angry.
Yeah.
Give me the Chargers against the Jets. Greg Z down. Kickers available are Dawson, Rose, Lambeau, or Bailey. You got a coin?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a tough one. Only reason I'll go Bailey. Just because he's kicking indoors on an offense that could put him in scoring position.
Right. Yeah, I have to agree with that.
Right. You know. So go Dan Bailey there, James. Jesse, you got Gurley for
right.
All right, well, hey, then you're good. Don't worry about it. You didn't get the bad end of that deal.
No.
Did we help you make that deal? I don't know. Hopefully we did. If we didn't, hey, congrats. Derek, hi. Which tight end to play, Ebron or James?
Go Jesse, baby.
Thanks for the advice. Absolutely. Let's see. Yeah, Jesse James all the way. Ebron, I'm not a big fan of Ebron. He has a great week. Everybody crowns him as a stud tight end, and he disappoints for 4. So give me Jesse James. Still deciding on the flex. 10-team PPR. Have McKinnon, Woods, Juju, Funchess, Diggs, Hill to choose from on the bench. Wow.
That's
holy bench.
Yeah.
That's like my starting lineup.
Yeah.
Let's see. I have Thomas and Keenan at wide receiver and Gurley and Kamara at running back. Wow, Kathy, you are like, you have like hashtag rich kid problems when it comes to fantasy over here.
Yeah.
For PPR.
Well, of course, I think we both like Juju.
I said earlier that if Juju's name came up, I would pick him.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna stick by my word. I'm going Juju.
Yeah. Tyreek Hill, I think, could potentially have a good game. So between the two, that's what we got to choose off a bench, right?
No, you got McKinnon, Woods, Juju, Funchess, Diggs, and Hill.
Oh, good. Hey, I mean, you can't go wrong.
You can't go. Yeah, just don't put in Funchess, and you're good.
Yeah.
Everybody else is good. I'm going Juju though.
Ryan said.
Right? Could Alabama beat the Browns? Possibly, but no, probably not. Probably, to be realistic, probably not. But it'd be close.
It'd be an interesting game.
M. Kim, flex position, Stanley, Jordan Howard, or Martavis Bryant. Going Jordan Howard, just for the amount of touches he gets. Ty, had to hit the like button, guys. Appreciate the help. Let's get this W. See you guys next week when I Ric Flair.
There you go,
That's
baby.
right. You better strut over there. You'd be like Vince McMahon walking in.
Yeah.
Or Conor McGregor. All right, James. Chiefs or Eagles D? I'm going with the Eagles D.
Yeah.
I like the Eagles D this week better than the Chiefs. The Chiefs have been playing better lately, though.
Yeah.
Darrelle Revis is 412 years old, but
he was at home.
Yeah, whatever. Ty, Brait, Watson, or Jesse James? Jesse James for me. Sticking Jesse James. He's the safest play of all of them. Immaculate. Appreciate all your answers. You guys rock. Respect. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Glad to make sure you guys are all sticking with us throughout the year. Just because football's over doesn't mean we're over. Jesse, I actually did. Let me know as soon as the suspension hit. Yeah.
Boom.
That's what I'm talking about. Fit. My brain is hurting on deciding on Howard or Collins.
Hey, baby.
Hey. Team Mac, Team Jake. You're not going to hurt my feelings. You might hurt his feelings.
No. I'm good, baby. Either way.
Hey, we each got our reasons, but I don't think one is worse than the other.
Yeah.
I don't think one of them is going to do horrible. I just personally like Collins better. So hey, we appreciate you guys hopping on here. We've been on here for about an hour. Longest live show we've ever done.
Yeah.
We're going to keep on doing them too.
Yes.
Hey, just because football is almost over, like I said, don't be going nowhere, guys. We're staying here for the year. We got a lot of fun things, a lot of fun debates coming up.
Oh, yeah.
You want to hear me and Mac argue a little bit? That's coming up.
We do it all the time.
We do it all the time off camera.
Yeah.
We're just trying to figure out how to do it on camera in a version that is suitable for all audiences, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because I can't censor it live.
No.
There's no censor button.
Exactly.
It just is what it is. But hey, you guys have a good rest of your week. If you're in the championship, in the playoffs, whatever you're doing, good luck with that. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you're liking, commenting, subscribing. Really appreciate it. It's been a great year. If you'd have told us that we'd have been here at the end of the year, we all probably would have thought you're crazy.
Yeah.
But man, we are very blessed and very grateful for all you guys. So make sure you guys have a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and we'll be here. If you have any more questions, hit us up on our videos.
Yep.
Cool. We'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.
Peace.